In lesson 0.4, we're going to talk about algebraic expressions. So algebraic expressions, all we're talking about is order of operations. In order of operations, you are going to first evaluate expressions inside grouping symbols. That means parentheses, brackets. Step 2, you will evaluate all powers, so all exponents. Step 3, you will do multiplication and or division from left to right. And then in step 4, you will do addition and subtraction from left to right. So in our first example, it says evaluate x minus 5 plus y if x is 15 and y is negative 7. All we are going to do in this problem is we are going to substitute. So x was 15. So when I substitute in, I'm going to have 15 minus 5 plus a negative 7. And we're going to evaluate one piece at a time, working from left to right. So 15 minus 5 is 10. So I have 10 plus a negative 7. 10 plus a negative 7 gives me an answer of 3. You can also write this step right here as 10 minus 7 if you would like. Now we are going to do multiplication and division expressions. So again, we are just going to substitute these values in. Hopefully you guys know that when we have a division bar like this, that means that the top is in parentheses. You need to simplify that first and simplify the bottom before you divide. So my k value is negative 2. So in the top I have 2 times negative 2 plus n, which is a negative 4, over my p value, which is 5 minus 3. So we're going to simplify the top first. When I simplify the top, 2 times negative 2 gives me negative 4 plus still negative 4. That didn't do anything. Now let's simplify our denominator. 5 minus 3 gives us a value of 2. So now let's simplify our numerator again. I have negative 4 plus a negative 4 gives me a value of negative 8 over 2. Simplifies down into negative 4. So the answer to B or to A is negative 4. Now looking at B, my k value again was negative 2. My n value was negative 4, and I'm going to substitute. So I have negative 3 parentheses, negative 2 squared. The parentheses in the negative 2 squared is important to make sure that your negative 2 becomes positive, plus 2 times a negative 4, and then we want to close our parentheses. So first we want to simplify what's inside parentheses, but first we have to simplify, before we can simplify the entire parentheses, we have to simplify this exponent. So negative 2 to the second power gives me negative 3 parentheses 4 plus 2 times negative 4. Now we can simplify what's in parentheses with multiplication. 2 times negative 4 gives me negative 3 times 4 plus a negative 8. Also can be written as minus 8. 4 plus a negative 8 gives me negative 3 times a negative 4. Negative 3 times negative 4 gives me an answer of negative 12. Now we are going to move on to absolute value algebraic expressions. Absolute value is the distance from 0 that a number is on the number line. So A is negative 2, B is negative 4, and C is 3. So my original equation is 3 times the absolute value of negative 2 minus B, which is negative 4. And then I want to close my absolute value sign. Plus 2 times the absolute value of 3 minus 5. We need to simplify what's inside parentheses first. As you see, we have minus a negative. We write it as minus a negative, so we can change it into plus a positive. So I have 3 times the absolute value of negative 2 plus 4, which is 2, plus 2 times the absolute value of negative 2. I simplified inside both parentheses or both absolute values, which is the same thing as a parenthesis. Now I'm going to take the absolute value. The absolute value of 2 is 2. So I'm going to have 3 times 2 plus 2. The absolute value of negative 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 6 plus 4 gives me an answer of 10.